Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Kira. Welcome if you are new here. So in today's video we are going to be talking about how to change your life and how to reinvent yourself, especially if you're feeling stuck like I was. All right, stay tuned for more. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, this is not where I thought I'd be by now? Maybe you thought that you'd be married by this age, maybe your career would look different, maybe certain relationships would have worked out, but life didn't go according to your plan. The truth is, sometimes the life that you thought you wanted has to fall apart so you can become the best person you're meant to be. Today, I want to talk about something really real, how to reinvent yourself. So there comes a moment where you realize that something has to change. For me, it wasn't one big dramatic moment. It was a series of realizations. Realizing some relationships weren't healthy, realizing I was tolerating certain things that didn't align with the person I wanted to become, realizing that growth sometimes requires letting go. And the hardest truth I had to accept was this: no one is coming to save you. You have to make the decision to change your life yourself. Not because everything that happened was your fault, but because your future is your responsibility. Now, the first step to reinventing your life is taking radical responsibility. That means being honest with yourself. What habits are holding you back? What environments are draining you? And what patterns keep repeating in your life? And this part is uncomfortable because it is easy to blame other people, but growth begins when you ask yourself, what can I do differently moving forward? You may not control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. One thing I've learned is this: your environment shapes your future. If you stay in the same spaces with the same influences, thinking the same way, nothing changes. Sometimes reinvention requires new routines, new habits, new environments, even new cities. Growth often feels lonely because not everyone will understand why you're changing. But remember this: not everyone is meant to go where you are going. A lot of people try to reinvent themselves to prove something to others, to prove they're successful, to prove they've moved on, to prove they're worthy. But real transformation isn't about proving, it's about becoming more disciplined, becoming more emotionally mature, becoming someone who protects their peace. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, everything else begins to align. One thing that's helped me through change is faith, because reinvention requires trusting God even when you don't fully understand what He's doing. There were moments where I thought something not working out meant failure, but later I realized it was protection. Sometimes God removes people, closes doors, or delays things because He is preparing you for something greater. And when you trust that, you stop chasing what's not meant for you. Reinventing your life doesn't always look glamorous. Sometimes it looks like going to the gym when you don't feel like it, spending weekends alone working on yourself, setting boundaries with people you care about, choosing growth over comfort. It's not always exciting, but it is necessary. If you feel like you're in a season of change right now, I want you to know something. You are not behind. You are becoming. The version of you that your future requires is still being built. And sometimes the life you're meant for only begins when the old one ends. So give yourself permission to grow, to evolve, to reinvent yourself. Because the person you're becoming might be stronger, wiser, and more aligned than the person you thought you needed to be. You all, I hope this video helped you in very much ways. I even take my own advice sometimes. I do these researches and I'm like, yeah, this is tea. This is me reinventing my life, being single and being 28, just trying to figure out things and career goals and everything, and certain things I thought was for me wasn't for me. It's just a lot. So you just really, tune in. When you tap in with God, you pray to Him and you feel that nudge in your spirit, you're like, okay, listen to that. It doesn't steer you wrong. This is why we feel the way that we feel and our nervous system reacts. It's because that's God. That's the universe telling us that, yeah, listen to that. All right, I'm sorry guys if I sound a little congested, a little stuffy. It is the pollen outside. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.